Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you had a good night last night and your program went so well. I am so sorry I missed it, but I do. This is Tuesday when I'm recording this, but my plan is to watch y'all during specials tomorrow so I can see the whole thing as y'all do your dress rehearsal. Okay, here's our last lesson this week for dramatic literature. Go to your reading notebook. And I want you to get to your teaching points section. Remember, you can always pause this if you need to pause it. And go to 12:9. And our teaching point for today is readers understand dramatic literature plays, another word for dramatic literature, have a plot. Okay? Readers understand dramatic literature plays have a plot. They are fiction. Normally, they're fiction. Some of them may have some facts in it, but it's a story. It's not written as a piece of informational text, even though we might get information. Some of the ones that you may even have, the little booklets that you're going to be using for this unit, has the information that's real, that's factual, but it's still written as a fiction piece, a story. All right, if we look at our structure for tracking our plots as we're reading, we have our plot mountain as part of this. All of our stories, all of our plays are going to follow a plot. There's going to be beginning that's going to set up our characters and our setting. Then we're going to have that rising action piece that'll have the events that take place that lead to the heart of the story. And there will be several events that are really important to lead to that heart of the story. If we don't have those, we don't have a story. Remember, the events are not the details of how it happened, but the main events that happen, the main things that happen along the way. And then you have some falling action. You have the heart of the story, and then maybe one or two things that happens after that. And then you have the end of the story. So you have the beginning, and you have the end. And then at the very end of the story, you have the theme. What is the message or lesson that the author wants you to know because of they wrote that play? Maybe it's bullying, maybe it's friendship. If you're having trouble with theme, go back to our theme notes and figure out what some of the themes were that we identified in the theme teaching points back in several weeks ago. Let me see if I can find theme, the message or lesson that the author wants you to know. Okay, some of those themes might be things like friendship or kindness or bullying. So the theme is the message. What was the whole thing about? All right, so today as you're reading, and every day as you're reading that dramatic literature, let's review our teaching points from the week. You have to understand that it's written differently. There are elements of dramatic literature that are different. The cast, the stage directions, the scenes, the setting is identified differently. So that's important to remember. Next thing, use that character said strategy when you're reading drama. Insert said after the character's name. Also, make sure you do not ignore the stage directions. Dig deep into those stage directions to help you understand what's going on. What is the activity going on around? What is the setting that's going on there? And then also understand that a dramatic literature plays have a plot. They have fiction, and they're fiction. All right, you should have read plays all week, done who's reading questions about plays, done a few of these anchor charts about plays so that you can be really focused in on the characters, the settings, some examples of dialogue, examples of stage directions, your plot mountain. I'm going to type up those instructions into each one of your Google Classrooms for every day. Make sure that you are tracking your thinking while you're doing dramatic literature. Next week, we will read one as a play together, and then answer some questions about it. You will need to know what stage directions are, so hopefully you are understanding that, as well as the theme, the plot and the theme. All righty. Y'all have a wonderful weekend.